Keep the Drums and Lose the Knife, Kdlk for short, is working to reduce various forms of cruelties and harmful traditional practices in communities across Sierra Leone. In Bombali Sebora Chiefdom, Bombali District, this project is operational in 7 communities. Sayan Karim Kamara is community development worker and also founder of this initiative. She explains the project thematic areas in these operational areas.
Our main focus is to educate communities, empower them, and help them understand the reason why they should not cut their girls or expose them to child marriage or forced marriage or women who are going through domestic violence. The reason why is very important for we to empower women and girls to grow in our different communities.
She emphasized that empowerment of girls and women must go in line with education. Therefore, her project incorporates certain aspects of educational programs, including the Just Commission Administrative Block at Mabure Community.
And even our activities in the community, we do it through education. So we believe that if you educate a child, you have educated a nation. And the reason why we pick up on that, when we did our feasibility study in 2016, when we first came into this community, we noticed that there are families who really want to send their children to school, but they can't afford the 10,000 leones per child to go to school for a term. So I look at it and we think that it is very reasonable. It will cost me something like £300 a term for the children who are attending this school to be able to go to school. So that would take the pressure off the parents, you know. And once we start to offer these scholarship to these children, I think it's 288 children we've been paying for since last year. And when we call for meeting, the parents are very, very much interested in what we have to say, and they don't have to worry about going to farm or do other things to raise money to keep their children in school. And because we keep saying that you have to keep your children in school, do not cut them or give them into early marriage, most of them say that we can't afford the 10,000 to keep some of the children in school. So we look at that and we think that it's something we can afford. We don't even need donors.
Communities generally appreciate the work of this project, stating that their lives have been touched over the time since the inception of these projects in their respective communities. Brema Besto Conte is headman at Mabure Community.
I am very glad over this project because since this project came in the village, peace is almost restored in the village. By violence, and even children's violence and even domestic violence, all those violences have been stopped through by this Kdlk.
For UIV Primetime News in Makeni, I am Abasise reporting.
This project, because this project, you don't disappear, not a stranger again to you. How actually this project don't create impact? Whose impact where this project don't create to you personally, most especially the school as the head of the school?
Thanks so much, Mr. Benzin. If I can respond, especially in terms of education, the school as a whole, this year, anyway, we not get strain anyway in terms of teaching and learning materials because all what you will be able to give, we able to utilize them on the way and day. So we thank you so much. So that's why this year will not get problem for that anyway. So Kdlk now a good start anyway, and hope say this relationship will continue in Jesus' name.
Amen. Yeah. So I believe say even the picking them they struggle for sitting accommodation, and Madam Sayan according to the gesture way they do in man, he be able to relieve a bit. But though he been promised, so waiting again you get for talk to Ram about that.
You see that side, it don't sky. Even that after emission, we not be just give all those teaching and learning materials, but we also cater for sitting accommodation.
Okay.
See, but although that's not enough, so we also pray to God that God will give more so that you will remember that project we will be able to give.
Okay.
Yeah.
That because on picking them, they cluster so much now they sit on places there, not so.
Yeah.
But despite of that all way that they do, how you see this farming project where Kdlk they undertake as to the communities them where include 6 communities them where you they see all youths them just vigorous for do everything into oneness or that piece it on the day. How you see?
Well, the way I see the cooperation of the community, anyway, bad because this now way this way we will keep peace between the cluster villages there. So we glad about that, and we hope say all what he puts in heart say he will make let this project prosper. Let God continue for bless all the area that we said we kitsa, and let God make all the promises the way they don't make to and make God make be a success.
Amen.
Yeah.
As you can see, hello, mommy. I dey talk to you now. You can keep that in there. You now, as the head of the woman, them, I really want get from you as to how you perceive KDLK. Wetin na you take? How you see KDLK na a project wey actually conform to una felt needs?
Yes, sir.
You can talk loud.
Yes, sir, because KDLK don count project where they make even we the woman that we don't feel belongs to the community the Usaude and the various villages there.
So based upon this, wetin are some of the things them wey KDLK don actually implement na the communities them?
KDLK don implement now even the rice the way man dem dey see per we now e no dey again
I
because
love
we
that.
don see the light now where you sef
I love
where you na the madam don carry during the project in time where you implement am.
So it's like una able for conscientize people them na them villages them as to how and how for at least respond to then tradition and norms them where they set them back, most especially the harmful tradition and norms them, not so.
Yes, sir.
So on that note, how you see the current project where KDLK don't start first because we still yearn for do we still yearn for do other projects them, but we just the way the funding. But because we the way the funding, we want let them groups they are set now. So who strategies will you self see for make sure say you bring them woman they are together? You dey see the woman there now around them. You can see, then they are around them. Yes.
Yes, ma. Although we don start this cassava farm, we know say all that thing dey dey behind, but this na a starting. Na make we sef not just sit down fold foot. We join the man dem for see say the thing go before.
And I understand say most of them hips they are where the man they are they construct. You dey see them now. I believe say una self they patronize with them and do the planting, not so.
Yes, sir.
But I think say you tire a bit. Now that make you sit down. All you confident they iron stone, don't them. So thank you so much, Madam Kanu. Thank you so much.
Already. What we try for doing for people there, now we community, who work with sickness no Canada. First of all, the advice we can give towards the head man there, with them here. Let's stranger no go more and can live in a community on behalf of somebody not introduce them to you. Not allow that name. Because we don't say now, if we will take an example, within Ebola, people that come on almost stranger, they say they use chemical, would go up and then what away they are so. Look from that now, the sick now they spread. And they go no more. They get to neighbor community away and say Pete banner. That's the happening there. And one community back by from woman so. That never be happening there. So now we stop stranger them. Because see, somebody this abisabiam, the way he sabi back, that make him poison you back. You know you know.
Wana buko jopo mana bae mateke awa boy sapa mana buto karoye kono dadi bata kolam ni dupla mana bui yande ko kikier yo bone awanto.
As you na one of the nurse there, you don tell the people wetin na the benefit of this FGM. You go na your community where you cover and tell them say yes, this FGM dey make the poor dey continue for hard na with different community. So Lord will continue for send we pikin dem na school instead of join dem for this FGM. So wetin na your message wey you get for take back to you people?
I go carry go the same message to the people dem because this FGM na carry a great thing. Now, for first pikin dem go with dem na society, go join dem, e no fine. that money they will use, make them put am for them in their education. That could help them tomorrow, make them go be somebody where they can help them people them instead of them go there for the put them people in because even if they put them 50, then join their society, they no benefit to them get for community. That's not for well and destroy the future of them. But if they put them in a school, they educate them. If they don't even put them in a school, they learn skill. And it's good man. Then do elect at this character and so then do them till then they will benefit them in the future. Because if you don't help your pikin, you don't help the nation. If your pikin don't educate, you don't educate the nation. If you don't even educate your pikin, you don't be noticed here in your family. So that's me the family, the community members. When they not relent for educating, let them educate, let them support them as well.
Okay, nurse, we tell you thank you because you self don't see the benefit of education as you know one example where you don't go through this FGM, you know the pain where you dey feel right now. You dey tell the people for let them not continue for join them pikin them again because FGM